My name is Tom Sawyer. I don't want to be no doctor or no lawyer. Fishing by the river, that's the only place to be. I want to be free sitting under a tree, that's me. Stories of Tom Sawyer. Me and Hump Finn just playing by the river, chasing that steamboat teacher, let me be. I wanna be free sitting under a tree. That's me.
Well, sir, it's another darn Monday morning, and the town's waking up doing chores and such, which means it's time for me to joggle myself awake, get up and get ready for one torturous long week of sitting in school.
Peter, you go on now, get.
Sometimes I almost wish there weren't no Sundays at all. It only reminds me about Monday, and there must be just scads of them left till summer vacation. There's at least 100 dozen other things I'd rather be doing than trying to stay awake in school on a Monday morning, and that's the truth, by jingo. Monday.
I reckon it's time to wake up them boys, much as I hate to do it. It's so quiet now.
Oh, let them sleep a while longer, Mama. They tuckered out from playing Civil War last night.
That doesn't matter. They've still got school.
Sid, hey, wake up!
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. It's Monday morning again, and Tom's play acting sick as usual.
I think I'm a-dying, Sid. There's something I want to give you before I croak. Oh, Sid, I can't bear the pain. I'm dying. It hurts something fierce. Oh, golly. Oh.
Are you really sick or just sick of school?
I'm a goner, so I want you to take my magic lamp Amy gave me.
Oh, I can't take that from you, Tom. Ain't that your most prized treasure? You said so your own self.
Ooh, yep, and I want you to have it. I'm dying. No mere mortal can stand it. I'm a croaking. Oh.
You're dying?
Now take real good care of it, Sid, and use it to remember me by. My heart's a burning up. Oh, it's getting dark. The pain.
Oh, Tom, please don't give up. I just couldn't bear it if you die. Please, Tom.
I think I'm a-knocking on those pearly gates. And I promise I ain't holding any grudges for all the times you went and snitched on me. Oh!
Please don't die. Please, I didn't mean it, Tom.
Sid, is that you? Speak to me.
Yes, it's me, Tom. Don't die. I'll go fetch Aunt Polly. Ow! Help! Help! Mary, Aunt Polly! It's terrible, horrible! Hey, Aunt Polly! It's just it's just what I mean to say, Aunt
Slow
Polly
down,
is...
Sid. Now, what's wrong, Sid? I'm sure he's only joking.
No, Aunt Polly, this time it's for true.
Sid, I can't believe you've been tricked by all of Tom's malarkey.
Of course I thought he was lying, but seeing him caused me to have another think. And Tom was changing from red as a beet to white as a sheet right before my eyes. Tom hissed himself. He's really dying. Otherwise, he'd never given me his prized magic lamp.
Lordy, Sid, it sounds like our Tom is sick. Why didn't you say so? Oh, poor Tom. Oh. I'm here. Tell Aunt Polly where it hurts. We're all right here, Tom. Tell us what's the matter.
It's my heart. Oh, it's on fire. Oh.
Run, tell Jim to fetch the doctor, Sid.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, no doctors. It's much too late for that.
Why, Tom?
No, it's time for my last wish. It's that all of my family should be here when I croak. I don't want anyone to leave this room.
Oh, Tom, I'm so frightened for you. It pains me to see you feeling so bad. Now, just lie still. There must be something we can do. This is ever so serious.
Hush up, boy. Huh?
Quit it.
Oh, my.
Cut it out, Aunt Polly. You're making me laugh. You know how ticklish I am.
Tom. I might have known it'd be something like this. You'll get out of bed this instant and explain yourself, young man.
Well, my chest is feeling better now, but I swear on a toad's nose I've got a toothache.
What? Let's have a look.
Yeah, there's a giant old tooth in there, and it's awful loose. Here it is right here. Can't you see it?
Mary, you fetch me a line of silk thread.
All right.
And Sid, you run and grab a chunk of the kitchen fire.
Yes, ma'am.
You won't have to put up with that terrible pain much longer, Tom.
What do you mean?
We're going to pull that old tooth for you.
I'll be all right. I'll bear up under the terrible ache one way or another, and then I'll bet it'll go away all on its own.
Oh, no, you don't. My mind's already been made up.
Please don't yank out my tooth, Aunt Polly, and I promise I'll never, ever play hooky again.
So you finally admit it, then. This has been nothing but a cruel trick, lying to me. Your heart paining and burning like fire. I'd have torn your hide, Thomas Sawyer. For shame.
I didn't mean nothing. Huh? Whoa! Jingo! My toothache is better, Aunt Polly. The pain ought to be all gone by the time I get to school.
There's plenty of time. The best thing for a bad tooth is to pull it out.
Listen, last night I used an Indian charm to cut the pain, so the suffering should be over real soon.
Tom, don't make things worse. Don't you think one set of lies is enough for this morning?
That's right, we've heard enough. You gone and worried Mary and me half to death with your mischief. Now open up like a brave little man and we'll rid you of what's ailing you and send you off to school. You've troubled me long enough, Thomas Sawyer.
I'm just a little curious. What's that chunk of fire for?
That didn't hurt much, did it?
It's Monday morning, all right. Guess there's no way to get out of going to school today. I sure enough hate to admit it, but I was feeling a whole lot better without that old sore tooth in my mouth.
Morning, Cousin Becky.
Hi. I've been waiting all weekend long to get to school today and meet all of your friends. It's so exciting.
Wait, Becky. I wanted to wish you the best of luck today. Now have a good time, but since this is your first day at a new school, I want you to be sure and mind your P's and Q's because first impressions are important.
Yes, ma'am. I promise to behave myself.
Goodbye now, Jeff.
Bye.
I just know I'll like each and every one of your friends. Please tell me everything about them.
While most all of the kids had already passed through the old covered bridge and were on their way into the schoolyard, yours truly was still nursing a sore mouth and having thoughts about running away with the circus. Anything to get round just sitting in the classroom where it's all a body can do just to keep his eyes open and make like he's paying attention.
Howdy there, Tom.
Huh? Well, howdy there, Huck. What are you up to, partner?
Well, the old barrel I've been sleeping in is a mite too hot, so I come to the bridge here to get me some shut-eye, and suddenly I got a notion to build a treehouse.
Treehouse?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea, Huck.
And I know where. Want to see it?
Would I?
What about school, Tom?
Building a treehouse would be more fun.
Ready?
Sure.
It's the best spot in the whole valley, looking right down the Mississippi. And there's a nice breeze all of the time.
Just leave it to my friend Huck to know the best ways for having a good time. And to think a minute ago, I done give up this whole morning as lost. Now we was on our way to planning for a real treehouse adventure.
See that elm?
The big one?
Well, come on.
All right.
I expect it's the finest, beautifulest tree in the whole blame world.
It's funny how quick a feller can forget all about book learning when there's an honest-to-goodness adventure at hand. Huck was right. Dogged if that weren't the perfect place for climbing and spying and such. Hey!
Yeah!
The view from way up there in the sky like to make me feel I was a bird. It's times like this when I can't find the words to tell my mouth what to say, and that don't happen often. I could see clear over yonder to the riverboat paddling up the Mississippi, and the captain waving at us. This sure enough was the perfect spot for a treehouse. This is plain bully. Huck, are you for sure gonna build a treehouse here?
Yeah, would you like to help me, Tom?
I know where there's some fine wood just lying around, and Jim has an old saw and hammer.
That's right friendly of you, Tom. I done drawed up a blueprint, see? What do you think?
That's great. Make me a part owner and I'll help you build it.
What you got there?
It's a personal tooth of mine. You take it and that'll make it a real deal.
Okay, partner. It's almost as good as a real Lucky Charm. You got yourself a deal.
Me and Huck commenced to make plans to get wood and tools and meet soon as school was out. That old tooth brung me some luck. I'm half owners in a treehouse. Yes, sir, I got a good feeling back today. For a Monday, that is.
All right, now let's proceed. The first president of the United States, who was he? Very well, Mr. Thatcher.
George Washington.
The correct answer to a simple question. It's likely that this next one will be a bit more challenging. When was the Constitution of the United States written? Yes, do inform us, Miss Thatcher.
It was written in 1787, sir.
Right. That is precisely the date in question. Now, see here, class, this new young lady who comes to us from St. Louis has bettered all of you, and on her first day in class. Now, we all have much work ahead of us, so please pay attention.
It was long back 10 o'clock before I got to school, and I had to try to sneak in quiet-like so Mr. Dobbins didn't take notice. Shh. When I seen him facing the blackboard, I figured I could get to my desk without getting caught. But wouldn't you know it, he must have had eyes in the back of his head.
Tom Sawyer!
Present, sir.
Tom's gonna get it down.
And just what, may I ask, is it this time? You are very tardy, young man. You insist on trying my patience time after time. May we please know the reason for your tardiness?
It was...
Yes, well, I'm waiting.
Well, it was 'cause I had to have a sore tooth pulled, see?
Yes, well, I cannot imagine it took more than a few moments to pull that tooth. Now, I want to know the real reason for your arriving here so late.
Well...
If you're prepared to tell me the truth, then I promise to spare you a lashing today.
I am.
Yes, very well. Out with it then.
Yeah, on our way to school, I met up with Huck near the covered bridge, and we talked about building a treehouse, and then...
Is that wretched Huckleberry Finn a friend of yours?
Mm-hmm.
Then that spanking shall be necessary, Tom.
But that ain't right. You said if I was to tell you the truth about this morning, I weren't going to get a licking.
I've changed my mind.
But, sir...
I'm simply making an exception this time.
But... All right, sir.
He's gonna get it now.
I'm sure you know the procedure by now. Assume the position.
Oh, that's a shame. He's always picking on Tom.
There. Treehouse indeed. I'll have to keep an eye on you from now on. You will take this seat here in the front of the classroom. Perhaps a proper example will improve your deportment. This young lady knows how to behave herself. Miss Rebecca Thatcher.
Gosh. I couldn't believe my eyes. My luck had changed again.
This is Thomas Sawyer. I'm afraid he's proven too ornery for his own good and could bear some watching.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure this arrangement displeases you, yet I... Huh?
All of a sudden, the thought of learning sounded mighty interesting to me. What a morning this had been, and it weren't over yet.
Class? Thomas Sawyer's bad behavior has made it difficult for us all to concentrate, so we shall have a period of quiet study time now. Please open your books and read silently to yourselves.
There's something I ought to tell you about our teacher, Mr. Dobbins. You see, he wants to quit teaching and become a doctor, but he has to take some kind of terrible hard exam. So, you see, he likes to leave us studying by ourselves so he can get some of his own studying done. Boy, if he was to become a doctor, I'd sure feel sorry for his patients. He'd probably try to whoop the sickness out of them. Anyhow, with Mr. Dobbins caught up in his doctor book, I could turn my attention to Becky and try to strike up a conversation. Hi there, Rebecca. I decided it would be better to write the message, "I met you at church yesterday," thinking that'd remind her. I was expecting something sweet and nice in return. But Becky grabbed her slate and commenced to write me back. But when I read her message, it said, "I didn't meet you." Now, one of us is crazy, and it ain't me, that's for sure. I shouldn't have to tell you that girls ain't real easy to understand. I guess she was just shy, being as how most girls are. So I tried writing again, hoping to jog her memory about our meeting on the dock last Saturday. But she didn't make nothing out of that either. She was too pretty to be dumb, so I wrote her some more, hoping she'd recall that we saw each other when she got off the boat from St. Louis. She drawed another blank. I knowed I wasn't wrong, but I didn't know how to convince her that she ought to know me. I hoped I was finally getting through, but then Becky wrote on her slate that she didn't remember me and that she wanted me to leave her alone. Maybe she just plain didn't like me, but I figured I'd try one more time to spell it out for her. I figured this was sure to remind her about the flowers she gave me. Now, watch this. Huh?
Sure, I remember you, Tom.
And I still got the remains of that flower at home.
It's Mr. Dobbins. He's sleeping again. He always snores like that.
Hey, how about rats, Becky? Do you hate them or do you love them? What do you say?
I've never been asked that before. I suppose I don't mind them very much as long as I don't have to touch them.
Uh-huh.
I call you Thomas. What a nice name.
They only call me that when I'm about to get a licking. You can just call me Tom.
Okay.
Becky.
You know about my nickname, Tom?
I should recollect it because I met you 3 times, and that's a fact.
3?
Uh-huh. With Mr. Dobbins at Sunday school and at your home.
Oh, yes, that's right, Tom.
Do you reckon it'd be all right if I came to visit you after school?
Sure, I'd like that.
Really? Okay. Meanwhile, in the forest, Huck was making all sorts of progress toward putting that treehouse together. Huck may be short on book learning and such like, but there's not a body for miles around who has more common horse sense. Plus, Huck's always had to work hard for anything he's got out of life, and he ain't afraid to sweat a little when there's a job to be done.
That ought to hold her.
I've pointed out to Aunt Polly that Huck gets along fine without book learning, but she says that don't apply to me. Anyways, our treehouse was getting built real good, thanks to my partner, Huck.
School's out, but I ain't seen Tom. Maybe Aunt Polly's got him doing chores again. I sure could use his help.
'Tweren't chores that was occupying me. I was going courting. I picked some flowers from Aunt Polly's garden. I don't take that chance for just anybody. Becky was special to me, but then I reckon that's no secret.
Well, hello there, Tom Sawyer. I'll be right down.
Okay. Oh, Jiminy. It's that blamed dog that don't like me.
Mother, my new friend is here.
Was that Tom Sawyer whistling in front of our house? I think he needs to be taught proper manners.
Hi there, Caesar. I was hoping I might charm Caesar into striking up a friendship, but somehow I suspected otherwise. Be nice, Caesar. Please be a real good pooch and go invite somebody else. I'm almost Becky's new boyfriend. Come on, Caesar. Be a good doggy. Becky, calling off of me.
Caesar, now stop it. Shame on you for scaring my nice new friend like that.
Nice dog.
I'm just awfully disappointed in him.
I'm not scared. It just looks like it. Here, please accept them from my heart.
Oh, I sure like him, Tom. Would you like to come into the house and play with me the rest of the day?
Let that be a lesson to you, Caesar. Ha ha! Now, there's no danger of me ever starting to like school, mind you, but sitting next to Becky will sure make it a whole lot easier to take. I might even start to like Mondays.